Ventures. Thanks for coming back. If you've seen my earlier videos, I'll try not to be distracted by my, there's an annoying video preview because I use Quick Movie, and that goes into my, what I want to talk about. This is an update. I created a Buy Me a Coffee account to get donations to be able to make this channel up to production standards of a lot of the channels I watch. I think the potential for this channel is really good. It deserves, it's not just potential, it really deserves to be better in terms of presentation. So what I've been doing is, like I'm doing right now, is I have my iMac from late 2015, and I look at the little green dot there that shows my camera's working. And I have, here, you're a friend, I want to share with you. I've had this for a long time. I bought this, it wasn't exactly on a whim, but I bought this as a teleprompter guide. This would be, I don't know if I can do it now, but this should be, have I had it backwards? As you can tell, it's been collecting dust. It's been sitting there on the windowsill. I thought I could add in something down here to project it up there. I really want good production quality in my videos, and if you see my previous videos, you know that I want to talk about complicated topics, complex topics, not complicated, complex topics. And I say a lot of ums and ahs, and viewers on the internet, viewers on YouTube really don't like that. And it's a lot of work to edit and cut out little bits. And personally, when I'm watching a video, I don't like it when you see little cuts in videos, even when they're sitting straight forward like this, and you can tell that some time has been cut out from just looking at the person. It just seems like uncanny valley. So what I want to do is get some donations with Buy Me a Coffee to afford, and I've listed several things. They're kind of in two tiers. Number one, I have listed there a Shure M7 microphone. It's, from what I've read, it's more like a studio microphone. I have my other channel, which is more music based, and well, part of it is music. And I intend to create actual music, record my voice and singing actual music with it, so it could support both channels. So the microphone is one thing. Of course, there's a stand. I do have a ring light right there, and so that's fine. But I want, in addition to the studio microphone and the stand, I would want a teleprompter with a camera attached to it. So I wouldn't be looking at my computer screen, which I found, according to ChatGPT, and what my own sense is that a lot of YouTubers, a lot of more professional, amateurish YouTubers, use, rather than doing what I'm doing, which is talking directly into the camera, to the computer camera. So those are the three things. There were a few more things, and then there is a now. Good. Okay. Then there are things beyond that that would help. Perhaps lighting, so forth. So I just want to get better quality videos, and I have some ideas for the new series. I call it a new version of my YouTube channel because of all the production value I want to put into it. It's going to have a new look. Oh, another thing is I want to hire somebody who's really talented with producing opening credit sequence and closing credit sequence and real production values, production assets, meaning things that are routinely used like episode number, title, sequence, and so forth. And I'll have regular credits. I want to have music. There's one channel, and these are just free shout outs. There's one channel I like called the Y Files, and that has a lot of good quality. It has a theme song, it has opening credits, it has closing credits. Certainly, I love that theme song. I want and Colorado Ped Patrol. I watch a lot of those videos. Man, these channels really do have a lot of quality, a lot of production value. So I guess I've said production value quite a few times already. So I have some ideas for future topics. I want to do it more like a TV show where you have like 20 of them or 24 of them ready. There's no such thing, I guess, as seasons, but I think of it as more like a TV show. I want to have like a slate of different episodes in production. I want to talk about the nature of evil. Being Jewish, there's no concept of Satan and sin is very different from the Christian concept of sin. There's no hell. There's no things like that. So I'm really curious, what is evil? I study Kabbalah, and that has certain concepts of what so-called evil is. Sometimes we can really get an impression, like it's I don't want to get, there's a term, pornography. You know, maybe you know what I'm talking about behind the scene, through mixed words. Somebody said, you can't define it, but you know what it is when you see it. Well, the same with evil. Like, sometimes you can really tell it. You can't come up with a definition. That's what I want to do. I want to come up with some sort of like definition or origin. Like I watch Predator Poachers and Colorado Ped. You may know what I'm talking about. And and there's certain historical figures that people would call just plain evil. What is evil? I don't believe that there's a demon possession. I don't believe in hell. I don't believe there's a Satan or something. But what causes it? What are the different versions of evil, variations of evil? Because it seems like there's more than just one. So far, it seems that narcissism is a major form of what people would call evil. So, and just to mention a little bit, Judaism has different views on it. One view is what's called the other side. There's in Kabbalah, there's the tree of life form, which could also be seen as a human form of a network of, an arrangement of, or network of sephirot, different aspects in human life. And the other side is, from what I've read, an exaggerated form of these different sephirot, and the husks, the surface of these containers or these vessels. And that goes into theology. And some others have talked about an imbalance between yourself and others, just an imbalance in that network. I'd like to explore that further. I think that's sort of on the right track, but I'd like to do my own video on it. There's another one I want to talk about the origins. In another episode, I want to talk about the origins of the Torah specifically, and how the Torah is actually structured, the hidden structures within it, hidden codes and so forth, and the mindset, like basically who wrote it, why was it written, when was it written, how was it written, and I forget who, what, when, why, how, something like that. And the possible origins of Christianity in another episode. And in another episode was Nostradamus's, Nostradamus's quatrains. Was he using in part bibliomancy? And you can look that up. Well, I'll explain it. It's taking an important book, or what's considered by the person a sacred book, opening up to a random passage, and then using that to predict the future. And I suspect that Nostradamus had believed in cycles, that in terms of astrology, that certain cycles repeat themselves. I think that's more than just randomly predicting the future, because it's clear when you look at the quatrains that people have a difficult time, and they twist words around. They make sometimes real stretches in logic when trying to figure out what quatrain, what time period this particular quatrain is trying to predict. So those are some of the topics I want to cover, and hopefully with Buy Me a Coffee, you'll be able to give me enough donations. I created a separate bank account so that the two funds aren't intermingled. I personally have my own bank account, my own checking account, and I created this separate checking account that's going to be only used for donations. So don't be concerned about that. So I also want to talk about another link that I plan to put in here. So the one link is Buy Me a Coffee, and another link, and you may have noticed that I have improved the descriptions and the hashtags in some of my more recent videos. I want more people to view my videos. Another link I want to put in is a link to some documents that I will keep on my Google Drive account. Hopefully nobody will hack through. But I want to share my presidential aspirations. About 30 years ago, well, really 1992 presidential campaign inspired me to go into politics, and real life came in after that. Reality set in after my college graduation, but I did earn 2 degrees. They were dual degrees in political science and television, radio, and film. I really wanted to go into politics and become president of the United States someday. And I kept a binder, loose leaf, 3-ring binder, where I would add in ideas and notes for what I wanted to do. And I wrote an inaugural speech, which should be somewhere in this apartment. It's packed away. And I remember some of it, but it's been so long, and certainly I've grown up, that rather than look for it and try and share that, I would write a new one. So I wrote a new one, and you can see some of this. I talk about this in my earlier video called Myself as President, wherein I linked a video. I linked a link. I inserted a link in the description to some of these documents, along with a ChatGPT chat session. It's a transcript of me asking ChatGPT, mentioning these ideas that I've had, and asking Chat what the public reaction might be, what it thinks the public reaction might be, and I was happy about the results, what it suggested. But I created several documents. I will include the ChatGPT session. I will include the economic report of the president. Again, these are my writings, what it would look like if I were president and I were writing these. Again, the ChatGPT session, the economic report of the president, the inaugural address, and I plan in the future to write a presidential address to the United Nations, which is done every year on, I believe, the third Tuesday in September. Third Thursday, I think, is Thanksgiving, which which is a couple of months away. Already thinking food. So those are the things, and Democratic Party platform with the various planks. So you'll see an overall view of what my presidency would be like. I also include a separate document. There's no official name for it. I came up with one, but it would mention what my Secret Service code name, what I would want it to be, and some aspects that I would want, just various scattered things I would want done. So, I also want to include at some future date a link to a philosophy Bible. Now, I told you before that I want to do a video about the creation of the Torah, the actual writing of the Torah. I have done enough research to understand how the Torah was written that sadly a lot of people don't know about, but thankfully through my video, hopefully a lot more will know. A lot of people will know about it. So and you can only really do this with ChatGPT in the short amount of time. The writer or writers of the Torah must have done this without ChatGPT, but I want to create a Bible in the style with the methodology that was used to create the Torah, but using my own philosophy. It doesn't deviate extremely from Judaism. It's simply my own philosophy. I wanted to demonstrate that it could be done. I wanted to demonstrate that the Torah, as it seems it was written, could be done. So, with that having been said, I think that's it. I don't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to give you a nice update. I will include a description to this video and future videos along with a transcript and hashtags, and I'll use ChatGPT to create thumbnails, so forth. I just need the funds to buy me a coffee to enable me to have better production values and get a better audience. So spread the word about this channel, Visionary Ventures, and I'll talk with you next time. Bye.